Hey there folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. In the last part, we started the Save the Queen quest, did the original base stuff. I still haven't gotten that last weapon or two yet, but hey, details! And now, anyways, it's time to say, in the name of the light. Mistress Ariana, will you be venturing forth today? Do be sure to take care, if so. Though they say the star shower was harmless, one can never be too careful. But I could say that it is not for me to tell a warrior darkness how to look after herself. Old habits, you understand? Ah, Arya, how very opportune! Greetings, my friend. Do you perchance have a moment to spare? Wonderful, wonderful! I want to thank you, you see, for revealing to us the truth of the Warriors of Light. After all these years, your tale set the record straight. Finally, the people see them as the great heroes they were. Or the great hero he is, in the case of Ardbert. You two were surprised to see him, I think. Yeah. At the time, I was not certain what to make of it all, but could see the effect his words had on those around me, and the stars rained down from the sky, and, well, you know the rest. When the commotion died down, you were nowhere to be seen, but I was determined to express my gratitude, and so here I am. Thank you, Arya, for giving voice to the truth and restoring the Warriors of Light to their rightful place in history. Should you perhaps wish to have your account of these matters committed to writing, I will be more than willing to serve as your scribe. Indeed, if there is anything I can do to help, anything at all, you need only say the word. What can you tell me about the Warriors of Light? I beg your pardon. You wish to ask me about the Warriors of Light? Forgive me, but I dare say you already know more than them than any living soul, save for Ardbert himself, of course. Unless you refer to the Warriors of Light more broadly? If so, I may yet be able to assist you in some small way. Excellent! I shall return to the cabinet at once and look up the relevant text. Pray join me at your earliest convenience. No rest for the righteous, it would seem. Do not let me keep you, miss. I bid you a pleasant day. Ah, Arya. Excellent timing. I have at this moment finished gathering the materials for our lesson. As a great many works make reference to the Warriors of Light, I shall, with your permission, focus only upon the details that seem most relevant. The Warriors of Light, you say? Forgive us, but we couldn't help overhearing. We've been out keeping watch over the Crystarium, but it appears to be business as usual. That's why I thought I'd spend some time brushing up my knowledge on familiars, and Alphino volunteered to help. I actually came on a different errand, but I'd be interested in hearing about the Warriors of Light as well. May I join you? Of course! The more the merrier. If you would care to find the table below, I shall be down with the books in a moment. one to pore over the annals of Vrontic history, one would note the comparatively frequent recurrence of individuals hailed as warriors of light. Ardbert and his comrades required no introduction, but many others bore the epithet long before them. To name but a few, there was Tothwyl, a legendary first king of Lakeland, Rodfort and Solard, the fabled Duran and Galgant duo of Vobert. And no list of Vrontic heroes would be complete without the Archmage Tiuna of Ronka. In older text, she too was called the Warrior of Light. It did surprise me how ready people were to forget the negative associations of the title. Makes sense if it's been around for centuries. Verily, in ages past, it was simply a synonym for hero. In the wake of the flood, however, light came to be regarded with fear. The title used not to exalt, but to revile. A far cry from its beginnings. This, my friends, is Norrøn's oldest epic, the original tale of the struggle between good and evil. In a time when all lay shrouded in darkness, a prophesied hero rose to deliver the world from its doom. Fighting in the name of the light, the hero styled himself its foot soldier, and thus did he come to be known as the Warrior of Light. Curiously, in the centuries that followed, other heroes appeared who claimed the selfsame epithet, despite sharing no discernible connection with their predecessors. And in the time, the Warrior of Light came to be a name accorded to all men and women of uncommon skill and valor. Well, well, the plot thickens. As you know, the title of Warrior of Light is also used in the source. Though the manners in which individuals have earned it are many and varied, heroes have been honored thus since antiquity. Nor does the custom show any sign of dying out, as you can well attest. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? It surely can't be a coincidence. Indeed not. Let's imagine the man who is awakened to the echo and is able to hear Heidelman's voice. As she styles him, so too does he style himself, a warrior of light. Of course, being blessed with the echo does not in itself make one a hero, and conversely, there will have been no few heroes who were not blessed with it. But such distinctions are immaterial to the masses, and over time they came to use the title Warrior of Light and the word hero interchangeably. Sounds about right. It would be interesting to see if my theory holds true in other worlds, if crossing the rift were that easy. What's in a name? Doesn't change anything. Well, I think a name can mean a lot, and I imagine it would be terrible to have people call you something which didn't feel right. At any rate, assuming all of this is true, there's a common thread behind the epithet, and I doubt the Askians will have been amused. To have the world at large associate with light, and by extension Highland, with good, must have added insult to injury. While this discussion is undeniably fascinating, I wonder, should I be privy to it? Mayhap it would be better if I excuse myself? Oh, no need for that, my friend. Pray accept our apologies. Your lesson on the Warrior of Light has given us much to ponder. Ooh, did someone say Warriors of Light? What? Ricky Teo, are you alright? precious tomes. Did I not say you must take care in the cabinet? You too, Arkil. Irwell? Irwell? Not Irwell, Irwell. We're sorry, Master Morin. Aren't you? The Warrior of Darkness! My name's Rikitio, and I want to help everyone. Please, tell me what to do to be a hero, to be a warrior of light. So, I want to be a warrior of light, but not one that fights with a sword and all that. No, I want to be the kind that fights with potions and heals people, an apothecary. I'm going to help everyone in the Crystarium. No, in all of Norvrot. When I told Arkil and Irwell this, they said that the cabinet should have lots of tomes about potions. But this place is so big, and we don't have the faintest idea where to begin searching. At this rate, I'm not going to get anywhere. If one were to look, one should be able to find treatises on potions here. Even so, I fear they may prove a little difficult for one so young. Steam Warrior Darkness. Perhaps you might accompany young Yukitio to Spegyrix? Rather than through tomes, I believe she stands to learn more by observing the Chirurgeons at their work. Sounds like a plan. Seems we finished here, so we'll come with you. Last one there is a rotten egg. Huh, I'll have you know I'm really fast. You're gonna be the rotten egg. Right, that's not a way out. That's a wall. Well, now, to what do I have the pleasure of so many bright-eyed visitors? Is that the way of it, sweetie? You wish to learn about medicine? That's right! I want to become a warrior of light who uses potions to help people all over the world! Well, that's a very noble endeavor, and you aren't alone in it. No few at our infirmary yearn to venture forth as warriors of light. Ultimately, they have all decided not to pursue that dream. Huh? Why? Because the people here need them too, sweetie. The guards who place themselves in harm's way to keep us safe. The artisans who toil tirelessly that we might sustain our way of life. And younglings like you who are the future of the Crystarium. They couldn't simply abandon them, you see. And so difficult though it was, they made the decision to remain. Then, does this mean my dream isn't any good? Oh, sweetie, yours is a wonderful dream. It would be my pleasure to help you to pursue it. If we all work hard, the day will come when my chirurgeons may set forth to aid folk in every corner of the realm. If we strive towards that day, I hope that we can rely upon you as well. I must warn you, ours is not an easy path. No, you must work very, very hard. I'm not afraid of hard work. I'll become the best apothecary ever. Just you watch. Now's the spirit. Without further ado, then, may I entrust you with a task? I placed an order at Sweet Tea for a potion ingredient. I would like you to go and collect it. Oh, an ingredient! Leave it to me, miss! I have such an abundance of energy, though I can't help. Wonder if she'll be alright by herself. My apologies, but would you mind accompanying her? When you arrive at Sweet Tea, speak with a woman named Grassine, and she will point you in the right direction. I shall join you. As one who suggested this course for Rikitio, I would assist her in her first steps. And what about you? The two of you? Are you coming along too? Well, we do want to become warriors of light, just not the same kind as Riki. So we'll wait for you here, Warrior of Darkness. When you return, please teach us how to fight. In that case, Rina and I shall keep them company and take the opportunity to ask about their aspirations. If it isn't the Warrior of Darkness herself, I may assume you're with Master Afano. Right, let's do wonder. Chesameel's orders for grapes. As busy as we've been of late, however, I regret to say we didn't have the time to harvest them. So it was with apologies that I asked Master Afano and his young companion to help themselves to the fruits and the vines. Perhaps you could lend them a hand? It's the undersized grapes you want to pick. They're too small for normal consumption, but suitable for making wine and medicine. Alright, let's get some grapes. Yummy. Oh, you're here too? We're picking all grapes. It's quite fun. Wow, you picked this many already? Amazing! I dare say we have enough between us. Shall we take them back to Chesameel? I can't wait to see what she's gonna do with them. Tell me, Riki, what made you want to become an apothecary and warrior of light? Well, a while ago I fell sick. Really sick. My body was burning up and I felt so weak I couldn't even get out of bed. And a traveling apothecary came and gave me a potion to drink. It was the foulest thing I'd ever tasted, but it made me get better. She was so brave. The apothecary, I mean. She ran around taking care of people even when it was dangerous. And decided I wanted to help people just like her. So I started brewing potions out of grass and giving them to my friends. But I didn't really know what I was doing or if there was anything else I could do. Then not long ago, a neighbor told me he was going to become a warrior of light and go traveling the world helping people. And I thought that's the same as what I want to do. I see. Out of curiosity, what did your neighbor do in the end? Taylor? I haven't seen him for a bit, so he must already be out there looking for people to help. Taylor, one of the guards awakened by the star shower. Thank you for sharing your tale with us, Riki Tio. I myself took inspiration from not one unlike your traveling apothecary, and I hope her good example will spur you on to realize your dreams. But will not be done in a day. Such lofty goals are reached through hard work and persistence, through countless little acts of heroism, like delivering the grapes to Chesameel. It would seem I've been laboring under a misapprehension. I had convinced myself that it was Elizabeth who sowed the desire to become warriors of light within the hearts of the people. I see now that the impulse to aid their fellow man abided within them from the first. Elizabeth did no more than give it a name. And as he so kindly proclaimed, we must return to our own world ere long. With the Exarch laboring tirelessly, I doubt not, but that a way will be found. Yet I believe I speak for us all when I say I cannot leave in good conscience. Not until we have dealt with Elizabeth. This is no longer a strange and distant land after all. Northrend has become a home to us, and her people are our own. Let's return to Spagyrix. I wouldn't do to keep your admirers waiting. My thanks for your kind help, sweetie. We now have all the ingredients we require. From the grapes we shall make a vinegar, to which we will add elf grass and a few other herbs to produce an invigorating syrup. Though it's unspeakably sour, it does wonders with the constitution. As for her studies, I may just have to give Riki Tio a little taste. Heroic dreams. Warrior of Darkness! If you finish helping Riki, won't you show us some fighting? Not play fighting, but honest to God's fighting? We already have some enemies that you can deal with. Vampire bats! The guards seem to become a pest around the Crystarium of late. We tried to sneak outside to hunt them, but the guards caught us and sent us home. Oh, they shouldn't mind if you were doing the fighting. We were just watching. The children told us as much while you were away. In preparation, Chesimil kindly furnished us with some lures for the bats. While the creatures won't give you any sport, bear in mind that the younglings will be watching. Not to say, put on a good show, yes? Right, let's head outside at once. Everyone, follow me. Alize, just wait. Come on then, children. Everyone's here. Good. Let's get started, shall we? As the name suggests, vampire bats feed on blood, and originally being nocturnal creatures, they have grown more active with the return of night and become a nuisance. To draw them out, we'll use Chesimil's lures, which work by exploiting their heat-seeking behavior. The bats are wont to nest under the eaves. Excuse me. So you are likely to attract more if you place the lures near buildings. Here, I have here 6 lures, 3 each for you and me. As proof of a successful kill, I want you to gather up their fangs. Whoever collects the most is the winner. Oh, you're hunting too? Yes, well, there's nothing like friendly competition to bring out the best in Arya. Anyway, while we hunt the bats, the 2 of you are to stay with Reen. She's really strong too, and will keep you safe. Without further ado, then, let the contest begin. Alright, so yeah, do 3? Okay. They said, like, near buildings, right? There's a building up there. No, we just passed by one, but there's a building up here. Or there's buildings up here. That's just a cliff. Hello! I can't do the thing. Oh well. Here, I'll do the thing. I did the thing! Okay. Oh. Well, I guess we'll just head back down. Maybe. Fine, we'll hit this one. I don't have much hope for it. Oh, hello. We'll do this one. There's at least one here. I guess we're just trying to get 3 tags, right? Okay. Which one's closer? This one, I guess, slightly. Oh, is this it's Papalodo? Hi, it's Papalodo! That's 3? That is 3. The children hanging on your every move. As was I, to be honest. Though I know Tally, may I see your fangs for good measure? Apologies for the wait. Not a bad haul, even if I do say so myself. Five, six, seven? 7 fangs from Alize. Which means the victory goes Alize. Arya collected 5. Ha! I did it! I bested Arya! Cause I was lazy. And another goddamn life! You didn't even try, did you? And there I was taken seriously. Spare me your pity next time, will you? So children, you've now seen the Warrior of Darkness in action. What are your impressions? She's incredible, miss! The bats were down before they knew it! Our guards are strong, but the Warrior of Darkness is much, much stronger. We want to be just like her. Good. If you're looking for an example to emulate, you may as well pick the best. I want you to remember how you felt when you watched Arya and train hard. Keep at it for long enough and you'll be strong too. Killing a few primals might help. But remember the shrews. When we're all started with the shrews. If you don't mind telling us, when did you decide that you want to become Warriors of Light? Well, we were there listening with everyone when Arbor appeared, but I want to become strong since before I came to the Crystarium. Seniors killed my father and my sister C, and I promised myself I'd learn how to protect people one day. Like Arbor said, this is our home. We're the ones who have to protect it. We're the ones who have to rise up as new Warriors of Light. What about you, Arca? Me? To be honest, I'm still not sure what I want to do. My friends are in trouble. I knew that I would want... But if my friends are in trouble, I know that I would want to help them. And I want to go on adventures with them, to see the world together. That's a wonderful goal. You really think so? It's hard to explain, but it's something I felt when I saw the star shower the other day. I feel as though there was something I lost, and I had to go out there and find it. Well, for the both of you, there's nothing for it but to train. When we return to the city, I'll teach you some exercises you can do by yourself. Thanks for showing us your fighting skills, Warrior of Darkness. We'll never forget it. I understand how Arco feels. The star shower didn't awaken me to Heidelind's voice, but that vision of the final days of Amarat burning filled me with sadness to the very pit of my being. Things I once knew, people I once loved, promises I once made, it felt as though long-forgotten memories were dancing at the edges of my mind. But when I try to focus on them, they simply fade away. The effect of having a fractured soul, I shouldn't doubt, but lest you worry, I'm perfectly happy to remain fractured and have no intention of donning an Ascian mask. I just wish we knew what Elidibus was plotting. But look at this pair of incurable brothers. If we're gonna stand around lost in thought, we may as well do it back in the city. Rest assured, Rena and I will take the children from here. Their heads will be in the clouds after meeting you, but we'll see to it their feet remain firmly planted on the ground. It's nothing. I'm just a dizzy spell. Seems to try a little too hard to beat you. I'm fine now. Not to worry. I'll see you soon. As you ponder Alize's words, you are taken by an urge to revisit the scene of that fateful meeting. I definitely did not go the wrong way there. Nope. Can't prove it.
am I? Was it you who called me here?
On behalf of the convocation, I bid you welcome to our order. At times you'll stand with us, at times you'll stand against us, all that you might steer mankind in the very star upon their true course. For yours is the seat of Elizabeth, the Emissary, and by this name shall your every action be guided.
So you peered into my memories. No matter. You will have found little of import. But I see you intended to summon me here no more than I intended to come. The fault is mine. Such is the burden of hope.
Well, I may see and brought the people in your plans.
I merely avail myself of such tools as I require for the conflict to come. That which I do is no different from that which you have done so many times, Warrior of Darkness. I arm myself, I hone my skills, I make ready to vanquish my enemy. You. You who have murdered my brothers, who have taken their selfless labors in service to the one true world and turned them to ash. I see you for what you are. You are death. And only in death shall you serve any purpose. The Convocation charged me to steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. As Elidibus, it is my duty, and I shall see it done. I will strike you down. Destroy you body and soul. All else must wait. Ere long I will come for you, Warrior of Darkness. And I will save the world. One last matter. I bore witness to your final struggle with Emissary. It seemed as if he saw something familiar in you. As if he mistook you for another.
Athelius called me his new old friend.
No. I recall not of whom he spoke. Mayhap I never knew you. Or mayhap it is another fragment lost.
Ah, I wasn't aware you already had a guest. If the conversation is constructive, I shall not intrude. But if you seek to stir up trouble, Elidibus, then I must insist you leave at once.
Though you lack her blessing, your soul is surprisingly dense.
Worry not. I seem to be unharmed. This. This is my own doing. The consequence of my recent exertions. It is the tower's way of compensating me for the demands I have placed on it. Rest assured, it is no great inconvenience at present. Indeed, I told Beck Lug as much, but they would not be persuaded and sent me away to rest. No need to make a fuss. Strange as it may sound, I consider it something of a badge of honor. One of the brave souls who saw me delivered unto the first once said that the world shall ever have a place for tales of heroism so long as we have need of inspiration in our lives. Though he and his fellows had no way of knowing whether their mad scheme would amount to anything, they knew that the attempt alone would inspire hope, or so they hoped. A more optimistic lot one would be hard-pressed to find. They said they would find a means to save our God's forsaken world, just as soon as they had sent me on my way. Said it with such confidence that, for a fleeting moment, I half believed them. Such faith, such courage in the face of unrelenting despair. For a long time, it was more than I could bear to remember them. But having come this far, having sent full many on their way myself, I see things more clearly. To take action is to hope. To believe, to choose to believe, is to take the first step towards a brighter future. And why do I tell you this? Because I want you to indulge me in a little recklessness. Needless to say, I have a plan. And when all is said and done, I will ask yet another favor of you.
You're both here. Oh, thank goodness.
What's wrong?
It's Thancred. He's collapsed.
The fates seem determined not to allow us a quiet moment, but come, let us have the details from Rain. Fraying threads. It happened after Alice and I saw the children back to Spagyrix. We chanced to meet Thancred there, returning from his mission. He'd been shadowing Olympus around the realm when we lost sight of him near the Crystarium. And he was in the middle of telling us where he'd been when he just crumpled to the ground. The Chirurgeons are looking after him now, with Alphino standing by, just in case his healing magics are needed. Since I couldn't do anything to help, I thought it best to find you, and the guard at the XIV told me where to look. See, it could not have been easy leaving Thancred's side. My thanks for bearing word to us. Come, let's hurry to Spagyrix. Alright, we're going. Take 2. Oh my god, I made it! I made it! What? I got it! I got the jump! I got the jump! Barely. You can see how I'm like literally almost not even standing on it. But I did it! Anyway, that was fun. They dragged you here too, did they? My apologies. How do you feel? Embarrassed, but otherwise well enough. I won't be staying overnight. This episode was not the result of any injury I could find. Thancred's ether, however, did show signs of instability, and I did what I could to calm the fluctuations. And all of this happened without warning. Not exactly. You will doubtless recall the time Urianger nearly drowned and I gallantly went to his rescue. When his water walking charm failed, he was tired, as were you when you got back. We were both spent, yes, on account of which you begged us to rest, which in retrospect may have been a good idea. The fact is, I've been experiencing regular bouts of lightheadedness ever since, but there was no actual fainting until now. As Alphino observed, I have no lingering injuries, and it most assuredly isn't old age, which leaves but one likely cause. The link between body and soul has weakened further. Time grows short. We must complete the spirit vessel with all haste. To that end, Arya, might I trouble you to make a trip to the source? In addition to looking in on our friends' bodies, I would have you consult Kryl about our plan. If she has any concerns, we should at least endeavor to address them prior to proceeding. In the meantime, we should get back to laying bare Elizabeth's plot. Thus far, I've learned this much, that in each of the places he has visited, there have been sightings of suspicious black-clad strangers. Moreover, the coming of these shady individuals has invariably coincided with some manner of misfortune. Beasts terrorizing settlements, blight ravaging crops, you know the sort of thing. All of which serves, rather than conveniently, to make Elizabeth's call for new heroes reverberate that much loudly in the hearts of his audience. And you think these black-clad strangers are Asians? I do, and I fully intend to investigate further, though for that I shall require additional feet on the ground. You can count on mine. God knows I've been itching to get out there for a while. Mayhap Urianger too could be prevailed upon to join in your efforts. He has already provided copious guidance on the matter of the spirit vessel's construction. It is for Beck, Luke, and I to wrestle with the rest. Well, if you can spare the old boy, we may as well make use of him. I'll go and give him the good news. You'll do no such thing. However heedless you are of your own well-being, if you care at all for Reen's feelings, you'll stay in bed until you're needed. Alphino and I will find Urianger. All being well, we will have news to share by the time you return. Safe travels, Arya. Arya, what excellent... I mean, awful timing! See our friends. They've taken a turn for the worse. Krell's hardly had a moment's rest these past few days. She didn't want everyone to worry, so we've been keeping it quiet. Oh, but listen to me! I call myself a receptionist, so I haven't even bothered to ask why you're here! So they think the spirit vessel will be ready soon, and they want to make sure there are no problems at this end. You better talk to Kryl. She's with the others in Drawn's respite. Let's go and see her. Just prepare yourself, alright?
Excuse us. This way.
I would rather you hadn't seen this.
I'm sorry. We have urgent tidings.
Oh, no, I'm not angry with you. On the contrary. I know full well how hard everyone has been searching for a way to return home. And I had hoped to afford you the time you needed. But given our friend's present state, perhaps it was for the best that you came. Stiff and cold, all of them, as if they were made of wax. Barely alive at all. And they had been doing so well. Save for occasional signs of etheric instability, they appeared to be in passable health. Then, quite without warning, things took a turn for the worse. A change for which even Master Matoya could offer no explanation. She could only remind me that the soul is yet an unknown frontier, and that much and more lies beyond our ken. But let's not lose heart just yet. At times like these, it is all the more important that we remain positive. Why? I but this moment succeeded in quelling a fluctuation in Thancred's ether. And while the others have weakened, they have remained relatively stable. I believe I may leave my post for a moment. So come, let me hear your tale outside.
Blood news from the first. See, work on the spirit vessel proceeds apace, but our friends begin to falter. As they themselves have observed, the link between body and soul has weakened. It's as simple as that. For now, I'm still able to quell the fluctuations in their ether, but it's only a matter of time. We'll lose them if we don't act soon. So if the extract is ready to attempt something, let him attempt it. As for the spirit vessel itself, if we seek to draw upon elegant wisdom, we could do worse than consult an expert in the field. And I think I know just the man. Time being against us, it may be best if I go and solicit his aid in person, even if it does mean leaving my patients. Food for the soul. Arya, could you spare a moment? Well, Crow goes and finds this expert of hers. There's a gift I was hoping to send to our friends. In the first, you see. And since we might be waiting a while, I wonder if you wouldn't mind giving me a hand? My first attempt turned out well, so now I'm gonna make it properly. I'll be in the kitchen at the House of Splendors. Meet me there? Well, I better be off too. I shall see you soon, either here or at the house, depending on how our patients fare in my absence. Not here. Not here. It's down here. Right! I knew that. There you are, Arya. As I'm I'm sure you've guessed the gift is a bit of home cooking. Unlike Krau, I can't do much to help our friends directly. That doesn't mean I've been idle. No, I've been doing my best for the order, taking on this job and that to keep our coffers full, and even help with the Ishgardian restoration. And in the course of all this, my culinary skills have come on quite a bit. So I thought, why not make something for our friends? It's baking in the oven even as we speak. Shouldn't it be long now? There, baked to perfection, even if I do say so myself. Your cake looks like bread. It is bread, silly, and not just any old bread. This here is all the world bread. Archon loaf, to be precise. It's what we eat over in Charlian. Simple fare, I admit, but I thought it would remind our friends of home. Nothing else, Krau tells me it's a good source of ether. So I should lend him a bit of strength at least. There's nothing, truly nothing to smell of bread fresh from the oven. Kyle, if it isn't Rambros too. I trust you require no introductions either, are you? Greetings, my friend. So glad I to see you. Well, I confess I have a long list of questions to ask you, but I will endeavor to contain my curiosity for the present. And I understand a mutual friend is struggling with the application of certain Allegan technologies. I've been keeping Rambros apprised of events in the first. Suffice it to say, he knows about the Exarch. If anyone alive can provide insight into this matter, it's him and his fellow sons. Loath as I am to disappoint you after so glowing an endorsement. Memory transference was the sole provenance of Allegan royalty. Its mechanisms closely guarded secrets. If any record of them remains, we have yet to find it. To wit, I regret that I can offer no solution to your problem. Which begs the question of why I bothered to come here for empty-handed as I am. The answer being, rather brazenly, to ask a favor. I would have you relay a message to our comrade. Tell him that we never doubted him. Never doubted that he would achieve all that he said he would. Those of us who remain behind have yet to play our part. But when the time comes, he may rest easy in the knowledge that we will most assuredly do so. And then the tower shall shine out once more as a beacon of hope in this world and beyond. So tell him that we consider his duty done, and that he should follow his heart now. Forgive me, but do you say this to discourage him from overexerting himself, or to encourage him to hold nothing back? As for our friend to decide, either way, I dare say a certain someone will be unimpressed. Well, there you have it, Arya. If you would be so good to see Rambros' message into Tara's spread to our intended recipients, along with my report, of course. Crab, before I wrap the bread up with my giving it a try, to make sure everything's as it should be. But of course, I'm always happy to lend my taste buds. Excuse me, Rambros. As a fellow Charlian, may I trouble you for your opinion? Well, I usually have mine with a good dollop of raw and berry jam, but I suppose plain is best for sampling purposes. I see. Oh no, is it that bad? It is indeed tense and unpleasant. Exactly as it should be. Just so, the very taste of home. As you may expect, our countrymen have amassed a wealth of culinary wisdom from every corner of the world. Our native cuisine is, shall we say, a little lacking. In Charlian, the majority regard food as a source of nourishment rather than enjoyment. Save for those few who actually research the culinary arts, we pay little heed to the niceties of taste and texture. It was against such a gastronomic landscape that we now It was against such a gastronomic landscape that what is now called the Archon Loaf was born, the creation of an Archon who devoted himself to the study of bodily sustenance. In order to maximize its nutritional value, he incorporated copious amounts of pulverized fish and vegetable matter into the dough, all with nary a care for those qualities which make bread enjoyable. The result is a flavor that continues to defy description. Yet for its many shortcomings, the loaf's nutritional value cannot be denied. Being a damnably convenient way to cater to one's bodily needs, it quickly found an audience among busy scholars. Why, when I was a lad, every meal was a sandwich made with this very bread and whatever ingredients happened to be on hand. I suspect just about every Archon could say the same. Having been away from home for so long, I thought I might have forgotten the taste, but no, it is all too familiar. How it takes me back. If there is enough, perhaps you can spare some for the Exarch. He is certain to appreciate it. Oh, there's plenty to go around. I'll be sure to wrap up an extra slice. Arya, when you deliver the loaf, please be sure to send everyone my regards. Tell them we're doing everything we can. We'll be praying for their safe return until the moment they get back. Welcome back, my friend. How was your journey? Hand over. Thank you. 12. Archon Loaf! However did you come by this? I'd swear it had come straight from Charlian. Rambo said that, did he? His words are very nearly as heavy as the bread, but I appreciate the sentiment. Should you have the chance, you may tell him that he needn't worry. That which I seek to do, I do with my own volition and with all my heart. Pursuing this path, I fully expect to earn the censure of our friends and to deserve it, but I shall forge on regardless. Forge on as you yourself did when faced with a similar predicament. So I ask that you have faith in me, in what we do. But we were talking about your journey. Before the others arrive, I would hear how their bodies fare. Oh, and the bread I shall save for later. Though it has been many years, I have not forgotten the feats of mastication required to consume it, nor how unconducive they are to conversation.
Forgive the delay.
We have visited every region and confirmed the presence of Ascians throughout the realm.
Lest a grave predicament be made to seem hopeless, it should be noted that they are of inferior rank. The black-masked minions who answer to the Red.
Yes, a gaggle of schemers attempting to exploit recent events, to sow the seeds of petty conflict. Fortunately, nothing of any great concern has come of their meddling just yet.
We also encountered a number of the Crystarium's former defenders, busily solving this problem and that in a bid to become warriors of light.
Their zeal is to be applauded. It is but a pity I cannot encourage them on their course.
Not knowing Elidibus set them upon it, no. Both the troubles to be solved and the villains to be vanquished are his doing too, like as not. And so, with apologies to the aspiring warriors of light, I believe it best that we deal with the Ascians quickly and quietly.
I quite agree.
But tell us, what news from the source? How fare our bodies?
Well, enough. Well enough, though. Time is not on our side.
Indeed. Heartening though it is to know we can stay a while longer, returning home must remain our priority.
This seems an appropriate moment to ask about the spirit vessel. Have you made any progress?
We have, as it happens. One moment.
The red stones. Then this doth mean...
For the benefit of all, permit us to explain. As you will recall, using white auracite as our starting point, we fashioned a vessel for mind and memory both. Yet, though it served this purpose admirably, the process of imbuing it with one's complete essence proved a somewhat thornier proposition. Simply put, the memory would not accompany the mind. And so, we looked to the Allagan's mastery of memory transference for a solution.
This approach was not without its own complications, however, relying as it does upon blood, which inanimate objects notably do not possess. We duly explored methods of suffusing the vessel with drops of the aforementioned. Alas, our painstaking experimentation succeeded only in making me feel faint, and singularly failed to imbue the crystal with the necessary properties. It was then that an idea occurred to me, namely that we might fuse the vessel not with normal blood, but with my crystallized essence.
You're doing this for our sakes. So far be it from us to complain. But don't think we haven't noticed what's happening to your arm.
It falls well short of offering up my life in exchange for yours, which was your only stipulated prohibition, as I recall. And it is but a small price to pay for delivering you home.
Assuming it works. We shall soon know if this grisly addition will serve as a suitable conduit for the subject's memory. Though not soon enough to warrant your waiting. The test is like to take a while.
Let us be off then. We have Ascians to attend to, among other things.
Forgive me, but I count 6 vessels, and there are only 5 of us.
One is for testing purposes. I will personally use it to see whether the crystal functions as it should.
And if it does, wouldn't that mean that your soul could also return to the source?
Yes. In theory, at least. But there is a distinct difference between your circumstances and mine. While your corporeal forms want for souls, my past self does not. Mayhap our essences would blend, or mayhap they would curdle. There is no telling what might occur.
And you'd be willing to take that risk?
I would.
I see.
Hast thou a moment, Arya? I would speak with thee on the matter of the Exarch's mooted return unto the source. Thou wilt have observed that our friends spake not in certainties, yet if Beck hath the right of it, 'tis possible to predict the outcome of his plan with some confidence. It is their assessment that, given the opportunity, Exarch's soul should successfully merge with that of his younger self. Which is not to say the process is without complication. For one, the Exarch hath been subjected to an additional rejoining, an experience which will have wrought a change to his ethereal composition. As thou thyself didst demonstrate in merging with Ardebert, however, there exists an affinity twixt the souls, and not this doth give us cause to hope. Yet there remaineth one immutable condition upon which success doth hinge. The Exarch must needs recognize his past self as simply that, himself. As our recent surveils have demonstrated, memories are essential to the soul. Any discrepancy in the former may feasibly cause the latter to spurn its former flesh. It is a seemingly simple yet complex problem. For nigh on a century, our friend has striven only to deliver this realm, to deliver thee, and to that singular end did he cast aside his very name, that he might assume the mantle of the Crystal Exarch. Henceforth, none can say what choices our friend will make, but I thought it only right that thou be made aware of these truths. You know what? We have a lot of scene coming. I was hoping to do this next bit before splitting this, but there was a lot before it. So next time we will take on the next quest. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. I can talk. If you really enjoyed it, consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps for keeping content like this and more. You can find the links for that in the description, along with links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye!